It's not looking good for Diddy. This the first time during this Diddy trial that I thought, Diddy, you going to jail, bruh. And it's going to be for a very long time. Kid Cudi took the stand today against Diddy, and he tied up all the prosecutors' loose ends. Kid Cudi gave the most effective testimony during this trial up to date. He was the most credible witness out of all the witnesses, including Cassie. Kid Cudi was so credible that Brian Steele, Diddy's attorney, they ain't even try to discredit him, bruh. They had nothing in the cross examination. Diddy is cooked. We've been too focused on the salacious stuff, Diddy, Cassie, trafficking charges, that we forgot. Diddy has other charges as well. And those charges also have a maximum life sentence and a minimum of 15 years. The racketeering conspiracy don't only allege that Diddy engaged in trafficking, but it also alleged that Diddy used his criminal enterprise to engage in forced labor, kidnapping, arson, bribery, and obstruction of justice. Kid Cudi testimony really highlighted the reach that Diddy's network had and how Diddy would use his network to do crimes. Diddy can be found not guilty of trafficking and still do life in prison. The trafficking charge is what a lot of us have an issue with because we look at Cassie and we see a lot of signs that hint towards being a willing participant in these threesomes, in these rendezvous, and now claiming it was forced. However, when you look at the other charges and the other counts, it's very evident and clear. Diddy did these things. The first paragraph of this federal document make it clear as day. It says Combs, 54 of Miami, Florida, is charged with one count of racketeering conspiracy, which carries a maximum of life in prison. He's also charged with one count of trafficking, which also carries a maximum sentence of life in prison and a mandatory sentence of 15 years in prison, and one count of transportation for purposes of engaging in rendezvous, which carries a maximum sentence of 10 years in prison. In her original lawsuit, Cassie broke down how Diddy got this vast network of henchmen who do work on his behalf and make it impossible for you to escape his grip. If Diddy want to do you harm, he would just send his henchmen at you and they will clean up for him. They have ties to politicians, police officers, they have ties to government officials to where when they do their crime, they will bribe certain people. They would work with certain people to make sure that Diddy don't face consequences, which is what made Diddy all that scarier. He could violate you, he could damn near murder you, and won't go to prison for it because he got politicians and police officers within his network. In her lawsuit, Cassie highlighted where Diddy did some foul stuff, where he probably violated her, cheated, hit her. She will leave him. She will go to an undisclosed location, try to get away from him. But some way, somehow, Diddy and his network found a way to find that undisclosed location and bring her back to Diddy. Now, she would highlight this situation with Kid Cudi as a perfect example of how Diddy utilized his criminal organization, his network, to really get things done for him. Like Cassie would say that she moved on from Diddy, she started dating Kid Cudi. Now, in her previous testimony, she did testify that she cheated on Kid Cudi with Diddy before. While she was dating Kid Cudi, she was still going back and forth with Diddy. Diddy came back from a trip while she was dating Kid Cudi and demanded that she come over for a freak off. She came over for the freak off, according to Cassie. Diddy, apparently during the freak off, Diddy went through her phone and found some emails between her and Kid Cudi. This is 2011, by the way, so this is completely normal. Emails is normal to communicate. And he found emails between her and Kid Cudi. He got so upset. This man apparently put a corkscrew between his fingers and lunged at her. Apparently, she got so terrified that she ran out the home, ran over to Kid Cudi after giving him a call and let him know that she was terrified. Now, this is where we begin to see examples of Diddy's network and Diddy having henchmen who would do deeds for him. When Cassie ran away to Kid Cudi's house to get away from Diddy, Cassie would claim that a staff member that worked for Diddy found a way to get in touch with her, discovered where she was at, gave her a call and told her, hey, Diddy just want to talk, come back. And when she went back to Diddy, apparently Diddy gave her a severe case of the beats. Severe, so severe that she was unrecognizable and had to go to Connecticut to hide out to recover. But when she got there, her parents took a photo of the bruises. Now, this is where you start to see Diddy's criminal enterprise, and this will falls under racketeering. In February of 2012, during Paris Fashion Week, because Kid Cudi and Cassie was still fooling around. Diddy was still jealous of their relationship. Diddy told Cassie that he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car and that he wanted to ensure that Kid Cudi was home with his friends when it happened. The Kid Cudi testimony laid the groundwork for how Diddy was running a criminal enterprise where he had a network of people who were committing crimes on his behalf. And this Kid Cudi situation is the perfect example of that. While on the stand, Kid Cudi testified that him and Cassie was indeed dating for about a year or so. Kid Cudi would say on the stand that he believed that Cassie was playing both him and Diddy because Cassie would go back to Diddy consensually, go back to Kid Cudi consensually, but then when her and Diddy get into it, when they have their little spats, she would run at Kid Cudi to be Superman and save the day. Kid Cudi thinking, this is my girlfriend, she's being harassed and stalked by Diddy. Whole time, she's going back to Diddy consensually at times. Diddy is waging war against Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi isn't understanding exactly why Diddy is tripping. He thought, yo, you and Cassie is over with. Why are you tripping on me? Whole time, Cassie was dealing with both Diddy and Kid Cudi. So Diddy is thinking that Kid Cudi, who is his homie, is messing with his girl. So now Diddy is waging war on Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi is confused. Cassie is sitting in the middle, not telling nobody what's going on. Now, on one occasion, Kid Cudi will get a call from Diddy's assistant, Capricorn Clark. She was also really close and cool with Kid Cudi. So when Capricorn Clark was dragged out of her house to come and help to burglarize Kid Cudi's crib, she wasn't really with it. So when she was outside of Diddy's home, she gave Kid Cudi a call and let him know, hey, bruh, Diddy about to send people to burglarize your home. I'm just letting you know this, all right? Kid Cudi would then call Diddy and ask Diddy, yo, where you at? Diddy said, yo, I'm at your crib. All right, Kid Cudi said, all right, bro, yo, stay right there. Diddy said, I'll be waiting. But when Kid Cudi got home, Diddy wasn't there. But he realized his door was open. And when he walked in, he realized a lot of damage was done to his crib. And then when he went to the bathroom, he seen his dog in the bathroom. He lets his dog roam free. So the person who burglarized or broke into his home and damaged stuff locked up their dog and did some damaging things to his dog because Kid Cudi would say, since the day his house was burglarized, his dog was visibly shaken up and traumatized. Who knows what Diddy did to that dog, bruh? But I wouldn't put it past him. All right? If this man can rub milk juice on his nipples, I don't know what he would do to that dog. This established the basis that Diddy had a criminal network of people who would do crimes for him. Having somebody go to another man's house to burglarize it, destroy things, and traumatize his dog on your behalf, you are the leader of a criminal enterprise. But it didn't just stop here. Let's go back to Paris Fashion Week in 2012. Cassie stated in her lawsuit, Diddy told her he was going to blow up Kid Cudi's car, but he wants for Kid Cudi to be home because he wants to send a message to Kid Cudi. Diddy made well on that promise. Diddy made good well on that promise. Kid Cudi would testify in court that Diddy blew up his vehicle, and he actually confronted Diddy about it. This also has to be noted before we get to the cars being blown up. During the first burglary, when Diddy and them got into his home and stole some stuff and terrorized the dog, Kid Cudi would say that the security cameras were moved, but he didn't move them. That means Diddy and them were able to move those security cameras to avoid being captured on foot. How do you remove or move security cameras without being captured on? What? This dude was an absolute menace.
Kid Cudi testifies today that his Porsche was torched by Diddy, who threw a Molotov cocktail inside the Porsche. Boom, like total craziness. And he said when he went to confront Diddy, he says, I know Diddy had something to do with it. And when he went to confront the diddler, listen to this, like out of a Batman movie, he said he was a super villain when he said, I have nothing to do with that, Daddy. Oh my Lord, the diddler. This is a diddlation. Dang it, I'm sorry I missed it, Patriots, but it's not easy. It's expensive, and it's a gamble. Kid Cudi could have been on the stand yesterday, but he wasn't, but I'm giving it to you now. He said he is a super villain. So this goes to show you guys, the government, they get paid like $150K a year. Diddler's lawyers are getting paid like $10 million each. Money buys freedom in America. Because this ain't somebody you wanted to be in business with, Patriots. He is a super villain, allegedly. That's a quote.
This man is going to jail for a very long time. I'll be surprised if Diddy ever gets out. He's 54 years old. He gonna do 30 years, bro. Arson is under racketeering conspiracy. Diddy for sure committed this, bro. Cassie testified that he let her know that he was gonna do it. Kid Cudi is testifying of all the buildup that led up to Diddy. All right, Capricorn Clark, I believe, is gonna testify. She was Diddy's assistant. She was there tonight. Allegedly, Diddy put her up to it to plan it out. Diddy is cooked. It's over with. I knew Diddy was cooked, bruh, when you had his defense attorney. Now, Brian Steele, it feels sacrilegious to even question Brian Steele after seeing what he did for Thugger. But you know it's weak when Brian Steele don't even got a good defense for you, bruh. On the cross-examination of Kid Cudi, bruh, they ain't even tried to play with this man's credibility, bruh. Kid Cudi is the only witness who don't gotta be there, bruh. Like, he Kid Cudi. He not here for no clout, for no money. He Kid Cudi. He was dating a woman Diddy was upset about, and Diddy tried to get back at him. During the cross-examination, they ain't even trying to play with his credibility, bruh. All right? They brought up things that would allude to maybe Cassie being involved. They would ask Kid Cudi, yo, did you know the DNA that was actually found at the scene was a female DNA? Okay. Well, was there a break-in or was the door just open? Kid Cudi says, well, it was just open. Was there any signs of force? No, it was just open. Well, who else had a key to your place? Well, Cassie. Right? So, and I'll be real, I'm entertaining the possibility that maybe Cassie gave the low, gave the drop. Maybe Cassie told Diddy, hey, bruh, go to his house at this time. Here's the key. Do your thing. So who knows? But that does not take away from Diddy being the head of a criminal enterprise with a vast network and was using that network to commit crimes against people. Diddy is cooked. There's no way around this, bruh. Listen, if you a Diddy defender, cool. You could probably defend him on the trafficking stuff with Cassie, but the other stuff, the racketeering conspiracy, it's a done deal, man. Out of here, buddy. You're done. This should just be a lesson to a lot of you guys, bruh, that no matter how rich you are, bruh, you're not rich enough. You may think that in your little community you are above the law because you're somebody who's in a position of power and you have money and fame and fortune. But at the end of the day, bruh, you're never too big for the program. And once that network, and once you stop being valuable to that network, because, I'm sure Diddy had politicians, police officers within his network to make him feel that comfortable. Even in the Lil Rodney lawsuit, and Lil Rodney at this point, bro, he's polarizing. Something he's an absolute fraud, something he's truthful. But even in that lawsuit, like, bro, Lil Rodney will like speak about how there was a shooting committed outside of Diddy's studio with Diddy's son. A police officer actually came to the scene first, cleaned everything up, and no charges was ever brought. So Diddy was useful to a lot of powerful people. Once you stop being useful, once you start going after these billion-dollar liquor company, once you start thinking you above the program, well, the chicken came home to roost, and look what's happened now. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think, bro? I think it's a shame, too, because the very same people who was a part of the Diddy network, they're the ones prosecuting Diddy, bro. How was law enforcement was part of Diddy's network? Now law enforcement is prosecuting him. Cassie was part of Diddy's network, bro. Cassie was recruiting the men for the rendezvous. Cassie was giving the drop and giving the low. Now Cassie is going to put you in jail. Nah, this is crazy, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section. What do you guys think about this, okay? You guys think Diddy did the arson? Y'all think Diddy was the leader of this criminal enterprise? Let me know. And if you're still watching, click on this video here somewhere on my screen. Somewhere here on my screen, man. All right, if you want to learn more about why Whack 100 is getting a lot of backlash for saying this about Nipsey Hussle, I'm going to see you guys in this video somewhere on my screen. Out of here, folks. Peace.